Hey guys, how you guys doing? It's March 14th, 2019. Hoping you're having a wonderful day, a blessed day indeed. I wanted to give you guys a pretty big update between Israel and Gaza. All right. We know that earlier today from Gaza, two rockets were launched, two pretty big rockets, largest since 2014, were launched towards Israel, towards Tel Aviv in Israel. And we knew that Israel would retaliate in some manner, right? And it seems like this is happening as we speak right now. As I'm making this video, they are striking, and they probably will for the next couple hours. Does this mean that there's going to be another Gaza war? Does this mean this is going to escalate further? My better judgment says probably not, all right? You guys got to understand, and I feel like something we need to remind ourselves, me included, is that Israel striking positions outside of its own border is a very common thing. It's like a bi-weekly thing. I feel like every 2 to 3 weeks we hear about them striking somewhere in Syria. So this is not uncommon. What makes this interesting is the size of the rockets, and what makes this interesting is the fact that Israel is they're pretty pissed off. All right. Now, to deal with this situation in Gaza, they would have to actually send boots on ground, which is something that it doesn't look like they're going to do. It's not something they're willing to do. These strikes that Israel does, it damages buildings. These people who launched these rockets, they evacuated. They're not there. So at this point, we're going to have to continue to watch this situation. Like I said, it's very interesting because of the size of the rockets. It's less interesting because it's common. The IDF, they launch these types of strikes all the time, especially within Syria. All right. So I don't want everyone to start losing their mind. They are striking Gaza at this present moment, but after tonight, I don't see it really going anywhere. I could be wrong, but I think history has told us when it comes to Israel that this is not a uncommon situation for them. Another thing I want to talk about real quick is North Korea. North Korea started sending out their coded messages again. All right. After that failed summit in Hanoi between Trump and Kim Jong-un, I stated, and I stated this pretty early on, right after it happened, hey, North Korea might go back to missile tests. They might go back to provocative acts. And since then, we've heard about how they have not stopped nuclear development, how they are rebuilding and reconstructing launch pads, that they are continuing to build missile parts. The UN came out and stated that they're getting around sanctions, they're breaking sanctions, and now we're seeing these coded messages, and we're hearing from spy agencies in Seoul, South Korea, that, it looks like there's some transport vehicles near a missile factory. We don't know what's going on, but they could, it's not out of the realm of possibility that they could be getting ready for another missile test, And so with those coded messages, not always, but usually when those coded messages are sent out, a couple days later, you see a missile test. Now, that is not always the case, all right? All I'm stating is when we saw a missile test a couple days before, there was always one of these coded messages. And the DPRK just sent out one of those coded messages today, all right? So, like I said in a couple videos before now, if there is a missile test by North Korea, I would not be surprised whatsoever. I believe that is something that's going to occur. I put up a little poll a couple days ago. Who thought within the next 30 days if North Korea would fire off another missile, and overwhelmingly about 65-70% of people stated yes, they thought so, and that was out of I think like 70 people or something. So it's a situation we have to continue to watch. Obviously, we will continue to watch this Israel-Gaza situation. I don't want anyone to freak out. Let's take everything we hear with a grain of salt. Let's let's hope that this is just one of the common strikes that Israel always does. I feel like it sounds bad saying one of the common strikes. Let's hope, because every strike has the opportunity to hurt civilians, and that's an awful thing. But as more information about this situation with Israel and Gaza come out, as more information about North Korea comes out, I'll let you guys know. We'll discuss it, all right? I might have more. I'm going to try to do more of this community posts and community polls. It sounds bad, but I've always seen them, but I never really knew how to set them up, and I just did. So more of those will come. And yeah, guys, just as more information about it comes out, I'll let you guys know. We'll discuss it. All right, grab a beer, say a few prayers, and as always, keep your eyes to the skies. God bless.